It was like 2009, and I was broke. I mean, like I was basically at the time I was losing my apartment. Like I was literally packing up my apartment, going to Vegas to film the commercial, coming back, packing up the rest of my shit, and then moving out. And I didn't know where I was moving to yet. Also, I think my birthday was in between there or something. Anyway, uh, it all started with 80s dance battle, as most things do. We was at this place, this underground little comedy spot that we used to go to called the Unknown Theater back in the day to like wind down and other things. And one night I was on one and they had the lights up and there was some music playing and the homie Dustin gonna challenge me to a dance off. Bruh. I was in there, boy. People didn't know that I could break dance. Kinda. It was a lot of white people. Dustin was very white. He still is very white. So I'm busting it open, you know what I'm saying? And I win the dance battle. Obviously. A couple months go by and one of the comics there, one of the homies, at the time he worked for an agency. He hits me up out of the blue. He was like, "Hey, yo, Nate, man, can you play the guitar?" What? Nah. Hangs up. He's like, "All right." Calls me back in like 15 minutes. He's like, "Yo, I might have a part for you." I'm thinking, oh God, they just need me to stand there and be albino. What's the part? Okay, so the part is for a blind blues playing, guitar singing, break dancing, uh, uh, blind guitar playing, blues singing, break dancing. What the? Yeah, you think you can? Fuck it, dog. I go. So I go to the audition, and I was like, man, this is dumb. I don't know what this is for. Outside the thing, like for the audition, they had other people in there. None of them who looked like me. Nobody else was a black albino blind blues playing guitar, but nobody else was there. What was they filming? So anyway, I'm thinking like this has got to be crazy, like pantomime or something like that. And the lady comes out and she's like, "Okay, so here's the guitar," and I was like, I ain't, nope, not even a little bit of the, I don't know. So they like thinking that I'm about to play this bitch. And so while nobody was looking, I messed up all the tuning of the guitar because I know how to do that. And then when we went in the room, I was like, oh, I can't really play this guitar because like the tunes are all messed up. I don't know how to tune it. I'm just learning, you know what I'm saying? And they was like, oh, we can probably get somebody here to tune it for you. And I was like, you don't gotta do that though. And they couldn't find nobody. So they played some music and then they were just like, all right, break dance, but do it like you blind and like you 60. I needed to work, so I was in there. Popping, locking, hey, yeah. And then I left and I called the homie. I was like, I don't know what just happened, dog. And he was like, yeah. A few days later, they was like, yep, all right, so you're going to fly to Vegas. We're going to pay you $1,500. At the time, actually, at any time, that's a lot of money to me. I really still am broke out here in these streets. That's a goddamn shame. Anyway, I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, 1,500. Because I needed it. Because like I said, I was I was homeless. It was supposed to be a very small part. I was supposed to play this dude named Saminga, who was the producer of the music video that we were shooting with like 4 NBA players. It was Andre Iguodala, Mo Williams, Rashard Lewis, I think, and then Kevin Durant. When he was still a Sonic, actually, a Supersonic. So I go out there, and the first thing I do is they got a bunch of extras. This is the Nike music videos for Foot Locker. And so they got like money out this bitch. So we show up at the hotel in Vegas, and they go to this fitting room, and it's a bunch of more extras in there. There's 2 other breakdancing dudes, but they can actually dance. They were hired to do that. They didn't just lie. So they get me in my costume, which is not comfortable. The pants are polyester. I got 6-inch boot heels with the slippery backs. But they gave me this little metal finger. It was cool. And then they had on my pinky, I had a long ass pinky with a diamond stud in it. And that was fire too. I think they had me in a bolo. Anyway, I'm only supposed to be in this music video for one scene. And in the background, I'm a background player. The other 2 dudes who I was supposed to be in the scene with, were in this. They were in the music video, the finished product, for less than a second, and it was only their feet, which is disrespectful. I mean, they still paid them, but damn, y'all. It's also Vegas in August, so it's 7 billion degrees. It was so hot that I remember drinking like 13 bottles of Gatorade and not peeing. At one point, they had to go to Walmart to get all the crew hats with water pockets in them because people were like hot. But before all that, I'm driving to set on the first day, and it's me in the car. It's these two British dudes, and then it's the driver, and then it's a Swedish dude. And I don't know none of these people, so I'm just cracking jokes, making people laugh because I'm nervous. They all go to one part of the set, and I go to another part of the set. And the driver tells me once they get out, he was like, "Bro, you realize that you were just talking to the producer, the executive producer, and the director of the whole project?" And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. That's what's up." So apparently, through that little interaction, the director just fucking loved me. So instead of me being in that small little scene, he just starts putting me in every scene in the video. He starts making up shit for me to do. He even has me go in front of, like, there's behind me, we're at a gas station. Behind me is these dudes on ATVs, like, doing peel outs with, like, colored smoke. And he has me at the forefront doing a dance. And I had to dance for, like, 5 minutes, and I was killing it ish. You know what I'm saying? For big boy, killing it. There's one part where I throw my hat, and he comes over there, and he throws it back to me. I catch that bitch. I start dancing. Ow, I hit my finger. It was dope, and that that part actually made it into the finished product, like a little bit of it. So it was a really, really fun experience. All the basketball players were dope as hell. I liked making Andre Iguodala laugh. Kevin Durant was really cool. Skinny then, he was so skinny back then. He's still skinny now, but he was skinny. Everybody was real cool. I get back home and I'm waiting for my my check to come, that $1,500, because I needed that. I just moved in with the homie Colt and his girlfriend at the time, way out in the valley, like way far from where I wanted to be. And I remember I was sitting in the room that I was going to be staying in with all my boxes and just looking and being like, man, I think I had like $2 on me and my account was overdrawn. And Colt comes in the room. He's like, bro, you got some checks. And I was like, what do you mean some checks? And I open a check. It's like $1,500. I'm like, hell yeah, it finally came. And then I open another one. It's like $1,500. Like, what the fuck? So apparently, because the director just liked me, he put me in all those scenes, but then he put me on a different pay scale and basically paid me for all of the seconds that I was on camera. And since this was back in the day, and it was a commercial, and I was non-union, I didn't have an agent or anything at that time, I made like $20,000 off that one commercial. The checks just kept coming for like a week. Before taxes, like $20,000. After taxes was more like 11 or 12. But still, it was more money than I'd ever seen. You know what I mean? I mean, not ever seen, but like, you know what I mean. I'm used to being broke. But considering I didn't have a job, that money basically lasted me for like the next like year and a half of just, budgeting. We were able to get an apartment, and then and yeah, man, that shit was crazy. But I always remembered that lesson, that direct, like just being nice to people and being professional and being like good on set really can go a long way. Just don't be a dick. You know what I mean? I forgot all about that commercial. I can't put it up here, but go on YouTube, look up Nike Hyperized music video. It's there.
I'll be in Tacoma, Washington, September 12th at the Super Funny Comedy Club. Get your tickets. The link is in my bio. Damn it.
I'm tired of people acting like my fun is more dangerous than they fun. Like somehow my fun is stupid, but they fun, oh no, that's just a good ass time. Like I said, I want to go skydive and get one of them wingsuits and see what it's like to fly across the sky. Homie like, that's crazy, man. I'll never jump out of a perfectly good ass plane. Okay, first of all, you don't have a bank account, so let's stop acting like you the most responsible motherfucker out there, okay? That's first. First of all, Stuart, I've seen you flip your quad 5 times. Well, your mama thought you was dead one of them times. And don't you talk Martavius, you take a gun to the club in case somebody's, as you put it, on that fuck shit. Why can't we just go flying, y'all? I saw the Iron Man movie with you. I know you want to do that shit. Nah, dog, you stupid. You crazy for doing all that shit, bro. Gonna jump out of a perfectly good plane, bro? You are on one. Now watch me go have sex with this chick that for sure got herpes. Up top. I think we all know what I have to say about that. Your mama, how about that? Go on, get the hoodie. It's the right thing to do. What up, y'all? Out here in these streets, just on this little walkie walk, listening to Boys to Men, because I don't know. It's just like, I'll make love to you. I should call her. I remember this one time I was fucking, and I had a a 3-disc changer, because that's how we did it back in the day, man. There was no iPods and none of that shit, man. You had the big ass stereo tower with the multi-disc changer on that bitch. Oh, that's nothing. When I was a girl, all we had was a banjo and some string. Anyway, I had the 3-disc changer. Now, I love Disney music. One of my favorite soundtracks is the Little Mermaid soundtrack. I remember, like, I had the stereo, but I also had these, like, $800, like, big-ass speakers. I bought them out of the back of a trunk from this dude at a gas station. You make choices in life. They were fire, though. I liked them. So, girl came over, and I was doing what I do. At the time, I was not very experienced in the ways of the smash. Don't get me wrong, I'm not very good at the banging as it stands now, but I'm at least experienced enough to know that I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? It was like the third girl that I'd ever skadooshed, and she was much more attractive than me. To the point where I was like, are you sure? Her name was Erin. I've had sex with like 3 different Erins. I like the name, I guess. So we get to hunching, and I got Usher on the track, you know what I mean? Nice and slow. We right in the middle, and all of a sudden the track ends, and the track I hear the that means the CD's changing. Now I knew I also had Jodeci in there, and I was just assuming that was what was gonna come up, but nah. Under the seaweed is always greener on somebody else's plate. Now, ADHD and childhood trauma have taught me how to walk through pain. So I just kept on humping. But inside, it was like, why? So this is the last time, Nate. This is the last time you ever gonna have sex. It's pretty good, man. It's a shame that you're never gonna get to do this again now. Like, if you're wondering why people don't like you, like, this is why. Like, this is why. Almost lost my hat there. So I just keep humping because I'm not mature enough in the sex game to know what the fuck to do. I start panicking, thinking I'm fucking it up for everybody else. You fucking it up for niggas and you fucking it up for albinos, dog. You ain't shit. I'm on top, but before this moment, I haven't made eye contact because why would I do that? Finally, I make that eye contact. I look down and she's smiling. She's starting to laugh a little bit. I look at her. I'm like, what? Already knowing that my life is over. She's like, you're still fucking on beat. I am a god. All those who would like to learn the ways of the hood rejoice in my generosity. Bring me tribute and kneel before my greatness. And yeah, we just kept banging all the rest of the night until the condom broke and I had a panic attack and fell asleep. But still, I was on beat, baby. The one thing that I didn't think about is when you got sex music playing and you got roommates, your roommates hear the music. Well, that's the whole point. They hear the music so they don't got to hear the squatch sound. So the next day I had to explain to my brother why he was like, hey, if you tell me that y'all wasn't fucking and that y'all was just listening to Disney music, we gonna have to fight. Okay? So that's, like, if that's the case, you still my dog. Like, you still my boy, but we have to hit each other. Okay, that's just on some man shit. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. What you guys got going on?